Dad, really? A 45 hollow point? You didn't have a shotgun? I think a shotgun would have been my weapon of choice, preferably 12 gauge. The effect would have been much more dramatic, but kudos to you. I definitely would have destroyed that laptop. That being said, wow, raising a kid today with the internet, uh, we did have the internet when my kids were growing up, but it wasn't till much later in their teenage years, and I know we did have our share of problems with it. We certainly did not have YouTube to deal with, though. That being said, my parents had a few better tricks in their arsenal. While I'll never condone abusing a child, and I'll be the first to take a child abuser out behind the woodshed and have a very long discussion with them, I will say that today kids still need to be spanked. They need to be disciplined. And physical discipline at a young age, I think, can be very effective, so long as it's not abusive. I'll tell you this: my parents had a paddle. My parents had a belt. I had a belt. My wife's parents had a belt. My teachers, they didn't have a belt, but they had three things that I think are missing from a lot of classrooms right now. The chalkboard, that's been replaced by the dry erase board. Okay. The American flag, well, I haven't been in a classroom in a while, but I'm a bit concerned as to whether or not that's in every classroom anymore. And a paddle. Yes, a paddle. My fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Thomas, she used that paddle on a regular basis. Uh, I could tell you that I think there was only one person in my class that got spanked more than I did. See, come seventh grade, I went to middle school, and oh yeah, guess what? My teacher had a paddle, and I believe I got it a couple times. I think grand total, I probably got spanked three times, uh, three swats per spanking, so that was probably nine times in seventh grade. That wooden paddle came in contact with my backside. And my senior year of high school, my shop teacher used it on me. So there you go. Even in 12th grade, I got the paddle. Teachers don't have that nowadays. And what do we have? We've got disciplinary problems that are absolutely totally out of control. In my high school, we had teachers that would stand out in the hall and monitor things in between classes, and teachers that would chaperone school activities. Now, my kid's high school has an armed police force. Three officers carrying a loaded weapon, and not one paddle in that school. Wow, where did things go wrong? I am not the least bit jealous of any parent trying to raise a child nowadays. As I say, Dad, the only thing I think you did wrong there was that he used the shotgun. That being said, I think there's probably a lot of other issues in that family that we'll never understand. There's definitely some problems with the family dynamic. Uh, I don't know all the details, and none of us will probably ever know them. I definitely think some psychological therapy is going to be needed in that family. But you know what? A parent standing up to their child, reminding them that they are the child and that you are the parent. That's another problem we have today. Parents who want to be friends with their child. You know what? Your child's got enough friends. What they need from you as a parent is you to be a parent. Uh, I think the way things are going now, there's going to be a lot more of these posts from me. Stand by to see what issue I take on next. My name is Richard, and I am a YouTube commentator.